There's a lot of disappointment going on about A House of Dynamite because of the ending. In fact, I can't even spoil it because it's not there. But I think people who are hating on the ending might not actually understand it. I'll try and take a crack and see if I can't shed some light on A House of Dynamite and its ending. Hey, I'm Mike. I studied film, I work in TV, and if you love movies as much as I do, hit that subscribe button and get notified when new content's posted. I was really anticipating Kathryn Bigelow's newest film, A House of Dynamite. It's based on a simple premise. The US detects a nuclear missile headed for Chicago, and we don't know who launched it. The film plays out the same roughly 19 minutes of time from the missile's detection to impact through several different sets of eyes. The radar and tactical guys who detect it, the folks manning the Situation Room in the White House, the military brass who assess the risk and evaluate who may have launched it. In fact, to call A House of Dynamite a movie might be a stretch. It's more of a docudrama that details the United States' response to a situation such as this. No politics. In fact, there's very little time to think. The government response is on autopilot. What plays out is a step-by-step reaction to being in the crosshairs of an airborne nuclear missile about to wipe out an American city. And we only have one shot at shooting down a long-range ballistic missile? Jesus, I hope this is fiction. A House of Dynamite follows a host of other movies that dealt with the same conundrum, including Failsafe, War Games, Crimson Tide, and even Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove. But the fallout over House of Dynamite, see what I did there? Fallout, get it? The fallout is that those other films detail the mutually assured destruction caused by a full-scale nuclear war, and the characters learn their lesson and try to put a stop to it. But in House of Dynamite, it famously brings you to the moment of impact, and we're left to our own imaginations as to what the president will decide. But you see, that's the point. The entire film builds showing us the layers of precaution, the expensive countermeasures, the talking heads, the experts, the practice, the routine, over and over again, the training, and it all ultimately comes down to the decision of one person, one single person whose job it is to make the call to end humanity. I always say that films have an obligation to make a point, to take a stand, and at first I thought A House of Dynamite was skipping out on this duty. But the more I thought about it, the point of A House of Dynamite is not that there is no solution. By the way, there is none. The point is that all of this power probably shouldn't be put into the hands of one man. Up until we see the president, who I'll refrain from naming because the film goes to great lengths to shield the actor for most of the movie, so I will too. Up until we see the president and the decision he has to make, we've spent the entirety of the film with experts who have trained for this. Military experts who have trained for years for situations like this, soldiers who know what to do when their radar picks up a blip, fighter pilots who scramble to get in the air to launch a counteroffensive, the Secret Service who are evacuating high-ranking personnel. Everyone is highly trained and acts accordingly. The only person not trained is the president. The one person who has to ultimately make the decision to kill hundreds of millions of people. I don't think what that person decides is the point. I think A House of Dynamite is exposing the real flaw, which is that one person shouldn't carry the burden of a decision like that. The entire film is processed to ensure the best information is at the president's fingertips. So what? He can feel slightly better about wiping out most of the human race? A House of Dynamite is a fantastic exercise in what if. It's told in typical Kathryn Bigelow style, real and gritty, raw and intense. The acting is serious. We believe that the people we are following have known that this day might come. Most have even prepared for it in some way. But not the president. He woke up, did some press, and then is whisked away, handed the nuclear football, and is pressed on what his decision is going to be. No person should shoulder that weight. Anyway, I'd love to read your thoughts on A House of Dynamite in the comments below. If you like this content, interact with this video. I'd really appreciate it. As always, film is about community. I'm Mike, and I love movies.